how fast grow pitcher plant on windowsill. We will compare between a year from winter to winter, and we'll see how big they get and what species grow faster than the other. So coming up. Quick notice, if you grow your plants in a greenhouse, terrarium, grow tent, obviously they will grow faster. But this is a windowsill, so the temperature and the humidity fluctuate over the time of the year. It's normal. So let's do a test and see how they evolved since a year. So here is the windowsill. We are end of December actually, December 25. Merry Christmas everyone. So I won't show you every single plant, but at least we will be able to compare what changed over a year. Let's start by Eleonphora minor here. So it was a year ago and it was good, growing nicely, and look how it's covering the whole pot right now. Very nice. And now Pinguicula rotundiflora. Right now there is not even space to see the soil. It's totally covered by small plants and a lot of flower. That's really a carpet. Beside that, a year ago, 2 tiny Moramensis, and now they are bigger. This is another Pinguicula moramensis that got even bigger. Pinguicula ex weather did a lot of babies. Pinguicula cyclosecta covered the whole pot now. And finally, Pinguicula esseriana made a lot of babies too. So let's talk about seedlings now. Those ones were supposed to be Surigaoensis. And look at the size of the plant right now, after only a year. So that's a very nice size for the leaves. And the pitchers are really decent size too. So in a year, literally, the seedlings a year ago could fit inside this pitcher. So quite interesting. This other one is supposed to be Petiolata. And I took the fast growing ones, and here is what they look like after a year. A very nice size for the leaf, and I will show you the picture here. A beautiful color inside the body. It's white. Fantastic, really nice one. This one is a slow-growing plant. This is veitchii. So Nepenthes veitchii, that's the barrio one here, and this is another stripe. I will show you a year ago. So the leaves were okay, but we will see the number of leaves attached to the stem here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and starting the number 5. And now, today, after a year, we can see 1, 2, 3, 4 here, and 5, 6. So 2 leaf. Okay, let's say it's starting a new one. 3 leaf in a year. That's not a lot. They last forever. Even the pitchers. This pitcher is probably here for almost a year. That's lasts really long. So that's why it's not a fast-growing plant. But if you want a big plant, don't hold your breath. So seed-grown Nepenthes stenophila. They were tiny a year ago, quite tiny actually. But now they are bigger. The one that I took on the windowsill is bigger. That's the size of the leaf. Let me show you the picture now. A pretty decent size for the pitcher. That's what I expect after a year. This one is Clipiata by Emae by veitchii by Loii. So it was tiny, but the picture was colorful, everything was great. And now let's see after a year. That's the one. This is the last leaf. So as you see, it's almost the leaf span of a year ago. And this is the last picture. Let me show you. Beautiful. Twice bigger than a year ago. This tiny one is Maxima by Naga. So check the size, really a tiny plant, but look after one single year the size. That's the one. Like here, the big one, the tall one. So that's the size of the leaf. That's the picture. We will see that there is a lot of Maxima in it. I don't see the Naga right now, but still. But the thing is, it started to vine like crazy. This is the vine. So in one single year, this is one of the fastest growing plants I got. Crazy fast. I don't know why it's vining so fast and so strong, but it's healthy and everything's okay. But yeah, it's in the rush. These three babies, that's truncata by Mira. And they were growing nicely. And now it's bigger. I cannot show you the picture because I broke the tendril, too bad. But here is the new leaf. So pretty a decent grower. But the truncata maybe make it slower. This one is Maxima by Truspadiensis. So complex hybrid. It was tiny, the picture, but look at the size right now. After only 1 year, this is the size. So very nice leaf. The new leaf is even bigger. And oh, I will show you the picture. Look at that. Beautiful. A very nice plant. Maxima by X Truspadiensis. And big tendril, growing strong. This tiny one is veitchii by Maxima. So you see tiny leaf, and after a year, not that great. I mean, it's bigger, and I broke the tendril again. I repaired the whole windowsill, so it took some damage. But even the last leaf, it's bigger, but it's maybe 2 inch. But when you compare that to Rocatlii by veitchii, the Highland one, it was a year ago, starting to picture. You see the size of the leaf, healthy, but not that big. And now, this is the one. Let me that. This is the one. This is one single leaf covering the size of the pot it was in a year ago. And it's picturing, it's hidden there, but it's picturing almost every leaf, I believe. Every leaf, but it's covered now because of veitchii. I moved all the pots and I'm trying to overfeeding those pictures, old pictures of veitchii. So this poor guy will have more light. Mollis by veitchii. This one was okay, tiny but growing nicely. It didn't like the hot summer and the warm fall, but now that it's winter time, it's picturing again. The next one should be beautiful. And the size of the leaf, look at that. That's a pretty decent leaf jump. So 5 inch, around 5 inch per leaf. So not bad. So Glandulifera by Truspadiensis, it was small, let's say, small a year ago. But after a year, it's still quite compact. It's not that big. I mean, the pictures are way bigger, but the rosette, the leaf span, stays quite small. So could be a very good candidate for a windowsill. Another one that stays compact, it's the veitchii by Loii by Platykyla. This one was starting to get bigger a year ago. And today, you see this tendril? That's the last picture it did. I want to show you because that's a beauty. Beautiful plant. But the pictures are far from the main plant. This is the plant, this is the last picture, this is the leaf. So the size of the leaf is not big, but then it will elongate the tendril and shoot pictures in other pots. So that's always something you want to know before. The next one is really a strong grower. This is truncata by Epiphyta by Maxima. In one single year, look at the size it reached. It's one of my favorites, a very, very strong grower. You can tell there is truncata in it, but not only. The size of the leaf is fantastic. Look at the picture. Let me grab it for you. Look at that. What a beauty. Beautiful picture. And when they age, they will get darker. I will show you. Here. But even later, that's still beautiful. Oh, it's attached. I will leave it there. But beautiful. Really quick, if you're new here, I explain everything about growing Nepenthes on a windowsill or in a grow tent. So if you love pitcher plants, make sure you subscribe. Let's go back to the video now. So a year ago, this is Nepenthes emi. Nice plant. Beautiful, the color of the leaves are nice. This is the size of the pitcher. And in one single year, let me show you how it evolved. Look at that. This is the last pitcher. This is huge. A year ago, the pitcher would fit inside this one. The peristome is fantastic. A very, very nice peristome. The leaf, here, colorful. Clearly, it's taking quite some space. As you see, it's probably 1.5 feet, I would say, maybe. So that will take some space, but that's a fantastic plant to get. Look at this peristome. Imagine that with veitchii. That would be fantastic. A year ago, the seedling I got, seed-grown Lowiae veitchii Bottiana by Norciana Maxima. It was okay, doing okay, but now this is a big salad. Look at that. Fantastic size of the leaf. This one was burnt because of the sun during fall. This one is perfect. And look at the size, the thickness of the stem. Let me show you. The stem is very, very thick. So that will grow like crazy in no time. This is the new leaf. And the pitcher. The pitcher is beautiful. They tend to prefer the warm condition, but it's a beautiful plant. So a year ago, Maxima Lumut, so I believe that's a Maxima Dark that we know on the hybrid. It was doing great. It was hard to tell if it was going to be strong or not. But look at the size of one single leaf now. That's larger than the leaf span it had a year ago. And it's pitchering. So that's an impressive grower, like very, very strong grower. It's shooting pitchers like 2-3 pots further than where it's planted. So that's a nice one. And a nice Maxima, the shape, the color of the body, the peristome, everything is good. That's a very, very nice beginner plant. The peristome is very great. When it's opening, it's beautiful, beautiful color. So a year ago, that's Shanyana by veitchii. It was repotted and I changed the spot. So it grew nicely, but no picture to show you. So that's the size right now. So the leaf jump are good. The stem is also healthy. That's the last leaf. So decent size, especially when it was repotted, plus I changed the spot. So we'll have soon a new picture and it's probably 5 inch per leaf. So this is veitchii by Mira. Same, it was repotted and I had to change the spot. So it's under all this. That's the one. So decent size for the leaf. And it's about to picture now that it's colder at night. And this is Repcantlii. So pure species Repcantlii. That was a year ago and a tiny picture. It was okay. It was not great, but it was okay. And now it's bigger a little bit, but not a fast-growing plant for sure. I would not even call that a leaf jump. It's bigger, that's it. It's about to picture now that it's winter, but no, it's not. It's a little bit of a pain. At the opposite, this is veitchii by Mira by WWGA by Edwardsiana. It's growing nicely. It's not a fast-growing plant, and it produces beautiful pictures. And after a year, it stays compact. So really healthy stem, thicker, but yeah, and it's picturing, so it's happy, but it's staying pretty compact. Like this is the size after a year. It probably took an inch per leaf, maybe an inch and a half, but it's making bigger pictures, so that's great. But that's definitely a good candidate for the Windowsill too, because it stays compact. This one, a year ago, it was Spectabilis. So it was nice, and now it's picturing again. It didn't picture during summer, and this one will be a little bit deformed, but it took quite some big leaf jump here. It's starting to vine now. It's no longer a tiny plant. So that's why it's with all the other bigger plants. This one will be harder to compare. This is Repcantlii by Molly. And it had some trips, etc. And it was hot during summer, so it didn't really like it. But now it's growing again. So deformed leaves because of the trips and the heat and etc. But really a thick stem, and that's why I'm saying it's recovering now. And the size of the leaves are way bigger and everything is healthy. So I guess that's a decent grower. This is truncata red passion. That's a year ago, so tiny pictures, tiny leaves. And a year later, that's still pretty tiny. I mean, it's picturing, etc. It's good, but it's not a fast-growing plant. You have to be patient. This is the size of the leaf. Like after a year, it maybe doubled, but yeah, not a fast-growing one. That's a regular truncata. So here is the size of the picture, and here is the size of the biggest leaf a year ago. And now this is the last picture. The previous one was even bigger. They are all starting to die, but that's... Yeah, there is another one here. Hard to show you, really. It's really on the back. But look at the size of the leaf. This is very big, especially when you compare that to the one a year ago. It's growing decently. It's not a fast-growing plant, but it's growing nicely. So a year ago, Nepenthes ventricosa. So it was vining, and as you see, it was almost reaching the extension cord. And here is the same plant today. So the vine continue, go to the extension cord and turn, and it goes somewhere here. So it's maybe 3 feet longer. And if I compare that to Spatulata by Spectabilis, each leaf was a foot long and the whole plant was 1.5 feet tall. So it was not that big. But look after one single year. This is the picture. So, okay, it's a beautiful big picture. And there is a few basil there. But let me show you the stem. Here. That's the stem here. It continues, 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 continues. In one single year, it, I don't know, quadruple the size of the stem. This is the upper. So it really started to vine. And you see here the hair? That's almost a pure upper. The first try of upper had still a lot of hair, but yeah, now it's a really long adult vine. It's flowering. There is one flower here and another one lower, so that's a very big grower. Like, this is impressive. At least quadruple the size in a year. And the vine, a year ago, it was going the first window and stopping here. And today, it's totally bigger, like here, first window, and then reaching. So that's the first window, the second window. So it will probably be on the third window in a year. See? And then I will have to figure it out, I guess. But that's going to be a very nice room for sure. So here is the windowsill. If you enjoyed this video, please like and consider subscribing. I want to thank my Patreon because that's because of you guys, your support, that I can continue to post one free video every week. So thanks a lot. And until next time, happy growing.